It's time to live your life with no apologies. It's time to get on your grind, cause there ain't no other way. It's time to hustle. Lex Hustle, Lex Hustle, Lex Hustle. Hi everyone, you are now tuned into the Lex Hustle podcast. My name is Lex Chappelle and I'm your host. On this podcast, we talk about living our best lives and following our dreams. This is episode 20, yeah? Pew, 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 pew. She been gone for a minute, now she back with the jump off. Goons in the club. All right, guys, I have a new device. If you guys hear it in your cars, you probably can hear that my voice is a little bit more crisp, yeah? And I sound uber professional. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can hear the same thing. And you also can see that I have some new lighting. Shout out to my family. I'm going to dedicate this podcast episode to them. Wait, let me get my little sound effects. Isn't that cool? So this new device that I have, if you're not watching on YouTube, it's called like the Rodecaster. So I can record episodes in there, add cute little sound bites that I can drop. I haven't really played with it to its full potential as of yet and added all my sounds in here, but I'm super grateful. My family did a big one for my birthday. Okay, let me yeah. So I was able to get the Rodecaster with new mics and headphones for my podcast, as well as new lighting. Yeah. So shout out to them. Shout out to everyone that sees you, invests in you, and encourages you to just keep propelling forward and take yourself seriously. Now, your girl's been going for a little minute. And don't look at me like that. I can feel the stares and I can see your ears going up. Like, not this girl dropping another podcast out of the blue. Where has she been? Guys, let's relax. I have been living life, y'all. And life has been lifing. And this episode, we're going to catch up. And we're going to get down to the nitty gritty, yeah? And this episode really is going to be about just stop self-sabotaging. Jeez, you have everything you need. And I feel like I keep saying it and I'm just not getting it yet. And I'm just going to be fully transparent. Get out your own way. So we are going to basically catch up this episode. And I want to give you guys all the tea on what's going on and what I look forward to in 2024. Okay, now how we usually started off is we started off with our affirmation, and the affirmation this year is cute. It's straight to the point. It's, baby, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best. What I realize is when you do too much talking, you don't get enough done. So all I'm gonna tell you guys is, if you're like, Lex, what are you up to, or what are we doing? I'm just doing my best. I'm just doing my best. I can't even tell y'all hey, you're going to get an episode every week. Baby, that's what I want to happen. But I'm not going to put that out in the atmosphere. I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to do my best. That's what I'm going to tell you is going to happen. So the affirmation this week is, I want to do the best that I can. Do y'all know that thing by Mariah Carey when she was like, I'm going to do the best that I can what I got. And then she drops no, just me. Okay, cool. If y'all know it, then y'all know it. If y'all don't, then y'all don't. But that's the whole vibe for 2024 is we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to be about it. Basically silent moves. I didn't even talk to you guys about Afrotech. It's really been a while. So I went to Afrotech, which is a tech conference for African Americans. So there's engineers there, big tech companies. It's a great networking tool and a dating tool. Are you trying to be married or not? Okay? Because I'm going to tell you the tea. I think TikTok hyped it up a lot. So a lot of people were there more for dating than they were there to network. But all in all, it was cute. Let me tell you about God, okay? Because if y'all don't know, God shows up and shows out. So can I testify real quick? Because I think testimonies are so important because it reminds you that God be doing his big one on a daily basis. And sometimes we get discouraged because things are not happening for us. And one thing about me, one thing that I wholeheartedly believe is if my neighbor is getting a blessing, then my blessing's on its way. So you can, I feel like testimony service and testimony, telling your testimony is important because it reminds people that, oh, okay, God's in the blessing business. He done went to her house. Oh, baby, I'm only two doors down. He's on his way. And so I'm going to tell you my testimony, okay? This happened in November, but hello. We're going to get excited all over again. Amen.
Amen.
So I went to Afrotech without a ticket. Okay. It was just purely vibes. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was me and my two cousins. Shout out to them. Meg and Britt. We had the time of our lives, FYI. I basically booked a ticket, was going off of vibes. And that was just that. My cousin Brittany, her job basically sponsored her to go. And my cousin Meg, she was basically what I was on, is we're going for vibes. Meg was heavily interested in going to the conference. I was still trying to like figure it out. I'm just like, do I want to go? I was watching the panels. I was kind of upset that a lot of the finance panels that I wanted to go to, because I'm like a fintech girl, like, okay, yeah, if you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. So I was mad that a lot of the fintech panels were the same as like the media panels, if that makes sense. Like they ran like at the same time. So I was like, I don't know if I want to like, go, because a lot of the seminars that I want to go to, they're running at the same time. So I signed up for like this free Love Park event or whatever, and you still had to get a badge. So I go into Afrotech or into like the registration place, just basically, getting my badge for like the free Love Park or whatever it was. And basically, essentially, it was a park in downtown Austin where you go and you could listen to music. You can also network with companies, but it was like a free resource versus you going to all like the seminars or whatever. Y'all, I go in here and the lady's like, oh, she was having trouble like printing it. And I was just like, being patient, because I'm just like, okay. And then while I was sitting there being patient and she was trying to figure out like what is going on, I was like, oh my gosh, should I just buy an Afrotech ticket? And it was like $700. And I'm like, should I just buy it? Like, you just got to invest in yourself. For me, something in 2023 that I really, 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 really was getting on myself about was investing in myself. Like, you can go to a Beyonce concert and you can spend $300 for a Beyonce concert, but when it comes to going to a conference where you can network with, people that are either where you want to be, or they're just like, a good resource just to have in your back pocket and say, hey, I met you, and just to keep in contact with. When it comes to that, it's just like, I don't know. And I really was getting on myself about that in 2023. Like, you can go and you can buy, a cute bag, a cute shoe, but when it comes to upgrading your membership at the gym, it's crickets. You have to invest in yourself. So child, y'all know I like to cry, and I felt a little teardrop, yeah. But while I was in line, like waiting, I'm just like having this fight with myself. Like, you need to invest in yourself. I wasn't in line, I'm sorry. Like, I was at the counter, waiting for her to do her thing. And then she was like, it's okay, I'm gonna work it out for you. Y'all, I did not know this black woman out of a can of paint. And she said, you bought a ticket, right? And I was like, no. She's like, you bought a ticket, right? And she looked at me and was nodding her head like, girl, so you bought it. And I was like, yes, I bought a ticket. She's like, okay, Miss Perry, I'm going to get your ticket for you. And she literally turned around and she looked at me. You know how somebody has something in their hand and they look you in your eyes? She had the badge in her hand and she looked at me in the eyes and she said, have fun. Have fun. And she looked at me. And when I tell y'all, I text my cousins that was number one. But I got in that car and I literally wept because I was like, God literally always looks out for me. It was like a validation, like, you belong in that room. I will always open a door. If you meet me halfway, I'm going to always open a door for you. And when I tell you, I just like literally like, child, I wept. I'm about to weep now, honey. Because it reminded me of how good just God is and that he would never leave me, and he wants to see us succeed. So when we're scared and we get imposter syndrome and we just don't, want to fulfill the vision or whatever, you just have to remember that God wants to see you win because he wants you to tell a testimony so that others can believe what's possible. Just like I'm telling a testimony now, he wants people to hear of his goodness. So that was in November, but y'all, that testimony still gets me a tearjerker because I'm like, what? A $700 like conference ticket and God got me in a room for free? Like, don't ever question what my God could do, because honey, he be doing it. So yeah, so that was what I was up to in November. December, I was really like just really reflecting and trying to get my life together, to be honest, and trying to do better. So that's really that's what I was doing in December. And then I just celebrated my birthday on Sunday. Wait. Yeah, I gotta get these sound bites together. Once I get them together, baby, it's gonna be a wrap. Matter of fact, y'all, listen. Okay, so this is and then we have boom, crickets. Yeah, you were supposed to you're supposed to do what you were supposed to do. What happened? Crickets. Exactly. You think everything's a game, huh? All right, what else we got? Womp womp. Y'all. Y'all, when I get what bars? And on the next segment of the Lex Hustle podcast, yeah, it's not a game. Once I program all this, and then it's gonna be a wrap. Like, it's not even gonna be a game. Birthday celebrated that on Sunday, and I literally just celebrated that quietly, like to myself. My family, we have like a birthday poll between the cousins, and my family had texted me my birthday blessing, and when I tell you I like weeped, I be crying, y'all. I don't know about y'all, and y'all can be tough all y'all want, but I be crying. Like, it's so therapeutic for me. Like, I cry when I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I want to fight, when I'm mad. Like, I cry. But I just never felt so seen before, and it sounds so like I never felt so seen before in my family, like, ever. I felt like, and it wasn't even like the monetary gift. It was the fact that like everyone was texting me like sidebars or calling me like, I just want you to know that. Okay, hold on. That they appreciated me, and that they loved me, and that I'm deserving. And I got a lot of that on Sunday, and I just was like, all right, little ninjas, relax. Okay, y'all got me over here crying, but it was a great birthday. I was so bummed that I couldn't go away like I had planned, because I always go away for my birthday. But it was such a great birthday. It was so peaceful. It was so calm. I like put my phone in the other room, and I just like had a day to myself. It was so great. So cheers to another year. Okay. Now let's get to the meat and the potatoes because we gotta talk. Okay. I did a vision board party with my family. Shout out to that. Wait. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. I'm gonna use these sound effects, okay? And y'all are gonna like it. Y'all are gonna sit there and y'all gonna like it. I don't wanna hear a thing. All right. Did a vision board party with my family. And it was so good, so successful. And it was just great just hearing all the things that they want to do and the visions that they have for their life. And it was just a positive vibe. What I do want to say is some people have like different reservations about sharing their vision board with others or keeping it to yourself and etc. What I will say is I think that sharing your vision board with people that are in the same mindset as you and, you know, want to propel their lives forward, I think that's fine. I also think you should pray about it. When God gave me this vision board party, I literally was praying, like, even all week, like, Lord, please, those that are supposed to be there, let them be there. Those that are not, please let them not, like, be there. Like, I was praying that even when he gave it to me. I was like, I want the vibes. I want people that are really, really, really set on getting their goals completed this year, Lord. I want them there. So I didn't mind sharing my vision board with my family or doing presentations because I had already prayed over that day. So that's what I can say about that. So if you're doing vision boards with people, I know there's strangers that host a lot of vision board parties. I just would say be very discerning who you're around and who you're showing your vision board to. Okay? Now, be who you want to attract. And start becoming the person you have to be to reach your goals. Now, be the person you want to attract. If you want more supportive friends, family members, consistency, then you need to start being consistent. You need to start being supportive. A lot of people complain about not having support from others and just not having good people around them, or, you know, they just complain about the world, life. All I can say to that is be who you want to attract. And that was a game changer. If I wanted people to show up for me, I had to show up for other people. I used to be like, Lord, I want good friends around me. And then I'm like, are you a good friend? He was like, are you a good friend? Are you a good family member? So I had to really like ask those hard questions to myself. Like, are you a great friend? Even like saying, you know, want to be married and etc. Like, are you a good woman? Are you a good woman? Will you make a good wife? Will you make a good husband? You got to be honest with yourself and you have to do the work. A lot of people be like, I'm a good wife. I'm a good woman. Like, because you can cook and you can clean, but you don't know how to communicate. And your patience is literally so thin. Yeah. Being a good wife or a good mate is more than cooking, more than cleaning, more than a man saying, okay, here's $2,000 for the bills. Like, how is your character? And a lot of people are out here walking around with trauma, unresolved issues, and think, oh my God, look at me. I'm the greatest. I'm worthy of being someone's wife and someone's husband. And they're not doing the self-work. You have to do the self-work. So being honest with yourself and becoming the person that, if you have on your vision board, for instance, you want to be a wife, okay, or you want to be a husband, what would wives do? Like, you got to start acting like one. Like, I'm not out here acting like a girlfriend because she's a wife. So now I do wifely things. If I want to be a millionaire, millionaires have discipline. When I don't want to go to the gym at 5:30, the spin class or body pump, I remember, you know, hey, honey, do you want to be a millionaire or do you not? And guess what I do? I get up. Because millionaires, no matter how crazy the day is, they gotta get done what they gotta get done. It's definitely facts over feelings. There's literally no difference than the people at the top that are uber successful and the people that are at the bottom that are the consumers primarily. And the difference is the consistency with the people at the top and basically them getting out of their feelings and doing it anyway. Yeah. And then, like I said, being like, if you want to be a wife, I'm doing things like making sure my house stays clean. Or if I need to hire help to do that, then I'm hiring help. Making sure I have groceries in my house. Grocery delivery, baby, top tier. Highly recommend. So I'm doing things like that, making sure I have groceries in my house. Just things that, garner a good wife. Reading my Bible on a daily basis. Making sure that I'm connected to the vine. Really talking to God so that I can get familiar with hearing his voice. So yeah, those are things that I'm doing. And yeah, so you basically have to say that, okay, if I want to open up a hair store or a school, or if I want to be a real estate investor, what characteristics does that person have? Who do you have to become to conquer that goal, and then also baby steps. I read the 12-week year, where try to get as many or as much as you can done in a quarter. So I keep that into practice. Like, what all can I do so I can get it done? What else? And then also this year, just making solid moves. I don't want nobody to see anything coming. I just want to literally just drop stuff like banger at the banger, banger at the banger. People like, oh, I didn't know you was doing that. Oh my God, when did you start that? When did you do that? What? Who that? Yeah. Silent, 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 silent. It's all about, I think this year it really is all about putting your head down and doing the work. Like, nobody wants to hear you talk at this point. Do what you're going to do or shut up. Like, we don't want to hear nothing. Do what you got to do. All right. Get your finances together. Be be focused. Even with dating, like, y'all don't even know who I be dating anyway. Like, I don't even really talk about my dating life. Like, I may tell y'all if I go on a date or two, but even that, like, is mum. I'm always mum about that, but it's going to be super mum, like super mum. So I'm not even going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about anything. It's just, if I can't go out, I'm sorry. Like, it's just going to be that type of year. Like, laser focus, because we can't go into 2025 like, oh my God, where did 2024 go? Because at the end of the day, it's going to, just like, like snapping a finger, 2024 is going to be done. We're not playing around. All right. So we're attacking the first quarter, and we're doing as much as we can off of our list as possible. I done cleaned up. I'm trying to clean up my social media. I'm really taking myself serious this year. Like, even with content, like, your girl got new lights. The camera is cameraing. The audio is audioing. Just really investing in myself and taking myself seriously. Like, being the girl that I need to be. Honey, I'm already her. And that's how you need to act. All right? You're already her. What are your goals? Oh, you want to open up a coffee shop? I'm already the owner of a coffee shop and operate just like that. I already got 3 locations. So yeah, guys, just that was like really, really like us catching up, really cute. Hopefully I didn't keep you guys too long. Next week is gonna be more structured. I am so excited. I'm so excited because I have this little device. Yeah. I have these new lights, and I'm just excited about life. It's a new year. It's a new season. Dun, dun, dun. Wait, ain't that William Murphy? That was a church where they was surfing, but that's not my business. But yeah, guys, so this was just a catch up episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, this is Lex Hustle Podcast. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, because we got to do this year together. We have to hold each other accountable. And if I miss an episode, you guys need to be on the Lex Hustle Podcast Instagram. Like, girl, where are you at? Just like I'm holding you accountable, hold me accountable too. All right, guys, it's always a pleasure. Yeah. Until next time.